Hi, I'm Michaela Danae, and with justbeingme.blogspot, and you're watching the series of new artists. And we're here with singer-songwriter Danni Rosner. Hi, Danni. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay, so we're just going to ask her a few questions. The first question I have for you is, you're a songwriter. So what is the process for you of writing a song and getting the lyrics and the background music for a song?
Really, I kind of write whatever's in my head. So I go by day to day, and I kind of think about what's going on in my life, and then I sit down and I write a melody on the piano, and then the song comes out.
Really? Okay. What was the defining moment in your life that made you say that you want to be a singer and this is what you want to do for the rest of your life?
I would say there was no defining moment. It was just it happened, and I knew that I wanted to be a singer and I wanted to write songs. And there was a point where I graduated from college. I went to Virginia Tech. This was way back in 2007 when, how old were you? 5. And I graduated, and I didn't know what to do with my life. I was like, well, do I get a job, like a real job? Do I get like a 9 to 5? Like that's what you're trained to do in school? And I did that, and I was like, there's got to be something more that I want, because I wasn't satisfied with my life. And I started to write music, and I really didn't write anything until after I graduated. And as soon as I graduated, it was like, all right, I'm going to do this music thing, and I came up with my first album with my friends, and then that kind of grew into something more, and it kind of blossomed into what I have now.
Okay. What do you want people to get from your music?
There's nothing that they have to get, but if they could listen to it and it evokes an emotion, or, let's say somebody's sad or upset and they listen to my song, and then all of a sudden they're like, wow, I know how she feels, I can relate. I'd like them to kind of get comfort out of my music, or, take out anger, frustration, or something like that. They're having a bad day. I don't really think any of my music is too angry, but I mean, you never know.
How would you describe your music, like the sound of it?
It's hard when you ask somebody that, like, who do you sound like? It's like, I feel like my music is, it's very emotional, it's very soulful, and a lot of times I just write what I feel, but it's, it's singer-songwriter, it's pop, it's got, hooks, and it's got things that you sing along with, so it's kind of what it is.
Okay. One song that I really enjoyed listening to was Find Yourself. What was the inspiration behind that song?
One person that has been extremely influential in my musical career has been my boss, my job right now. And when you talk to somebody, on a day-to-day basis, they become a regular part of your life. And he and I had conversations, during the morning. Hi, how are you? And then we talk, but he would always kind of push me into doing music stuff. And he would say, you should really do this, and you can really do this. And Find Yourself came about when he said, you'll be able to find yourself as long as you do your music, and you'll be able to find your path and find your way. And for someone to say that was just extremely meaningful, and that's why I wrote the song Find Yourself.
Okay. You've achieved great success in a town that may not have as many opportunities as like the major cities. So what's your secret to that?
No secrets here. I mean, you just go after everything that you can. Success, I don't know. Have I achieved it? Like I said, I'm doing what I feel, and I feel like taking the necessary steps, going after this opportunity or that, you can throw a million darts out there and maybe 3 stick. And that's what I do. And recently I've had more darts sticking than others, and so I've been lucky.
Okay. When you're not singing, you can be seen on the show Strictly Global. How is that for you, meeting new artists, and how does that help you with your own career?
A lot of times I sit down and I interview artists like you are interviewing me, and I ask them personal questions. I say, what made you start? what was that defining moment? How did you know? And the more that I talk to them, I find out, and I don't know if you saw any of the interviews, I sat down with Sarah McLachlan, I sat down with Tina McBride, I sat down with Will Hogue and A.R. Rahman, and these are huge names, and you sit there and you say, how did you know, or what did you start with when you started your music, and what did you play, and I saw one of your favorite artists, Alex Cuba, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just recently sat down with Alex, and he said, it's the soul, it's my music that is speaking to the people. And I almost feel kind of like that. When you hear stuff that's similar, because there's always something similar between the artists that I interview and myself. It's like, oh, okay, this is right. It's going, it's working for me.
Okay. What message do you have for young artists like myself and people watching this video? What do you want them to know?
Go after your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you no. Never let any negative thoughts enter. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. You're going to have great days, and you're going to have awful days, and you're going to have medium days, just like everybody else. But if you remember, and you see that light at the end of the tunnel, and you say, I'm going to get there, you'll get there.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. California. Really big apartment. My 7th album. Many TV shows and films featuring my music. And really long curly hair. And maybe a dog.
Okay. And you would describe yourself in 5 words.
Energetic. Positive. Soulful. I have 2 more. Happy. No, can we erase that one? Okay, energetic, positive, soulful, loquacious. I'm a talker. And sometimes clueless.
Yeah, me too. Right, well, thank you, Danni, so much for sitting down and talking with us. And you guys should check out the blog.